I welcome you now to settle into a time of prayer and reflection. In a moment, I'm going to offer some invitations into small but powerful practices to help ground us. And please follow your sense of what feels good, what feels right in the moment. And remember that you can always pass. Nothing is mandatory here. First, take a moment, look around, see if there's a blanket that you might grab, and wrap it around you, especially if you are feeling a bit cold or if you could use a little extra support and caring touch this morning. Get comfortable where you're seated. Place your body in a way where you're feeling balanced. Notice the sensation of being supported in the chair where you're seated. And perhaps close your eyes, soften your gaze. And I invite you now to take a deep, slow breath in, and then slowly exhale, letting the breath leave your lungs entirely. And continue to focus on your breathing, that small but deeply significant act of inhaling and exhaling, this act that keeps us alive and connects us to every other human on this planet. Let us pause here for a moment of silence and stillness. We show up this morning holding so much, holding the fullness of our lives, the fullness of everything that's moving in our world. We show up reeling from the grotesque display of unchecked white supremacy in our capital, fearing for our democracy, wondering what comes next, tracing and retracing our steps. How did we get here? May we remember that our deepest allegiance is not to an institution or hierarchy or political party, but our deepest allegiance is to love and to each other and to the earth. May we trust that our hearts are big enough, our courage is expansive enough to never dehumanize, but to keep seeing the humanity of all people, even people who commit the most despicable acts, and to remember our own humanity, our own accountability, our own agency. Let us not disappear into privilege or cynicism. Let us not be consumed by despair or mired in anger. Instead, in the words of Reverend Teresa Soto, may we remain alert for all the places a bridge may be built. From there to here, from they to we, for we know that resenting hate has never made hate go away, but instead gives it a place to roost, claws tight, increasingly constricted around a branch that could have borne riper, sweeter fruit. May we choose to practice love. May we choose the good, choose liberation over and over again. In all our small choices, in all the words we speak, in the ways we consume, in the posture we hold towards ourselves and towards other people, in the places where we put our attention, in the way that we place our bodies in the world. In these tiny choices, we build life, we build change, we build movements, we build the future. Remembering that when we fall short, we repair, we start over, we make amends, and we learn. May our living be the birth and rebirth of tiny revolutions for the good. We remember this morning that here in our church community, there are those who are struggling and those who are celebrating as the cycle of life turns for us all. This morning, we lift up our gratitude for the COVID vaccine as we see the first doses administered in our community. And this morning, our hearts continue to ache for the loss of Leah Aylward. There will be an online memorial service over Zoom for Leah on Saturday, January 30th at 11 a.m. And you'll be able to find more details about this on our website soon and in our Pulse e-newsletter. Through all life's changes, great and small, may we feel ourselves held and surrounded by love. Amen.